Hello everybody, and here it is. This is the new project, a 2005 Nissan Xterra off-road. And I'm going to be documenting the process of just getting this thing back into tip-top shape. I don't know how many of these videos are going to be how-to videos. If there's not a good how-to video on the job I'm doing, I'm definitely going to make it more in that direction. But most of the stuff I'm doing to it currently, there's pretty good videos on how to do that, so we'll see what happens. For now, I just did the upper control arms, and I'll show you a video after this intro here. I got really poor gas mileage getting this thing back to my home state. It took like 3 tanks of gas to get around 600 miles, so I'm hoping these really busted up control arms were the main contributor. The alignment was way out and just having to work hard to push the vehicle down the road. I'm a little nervous because I haven't gotten the starter for it yet, and the starter motor is it's pretty spotty, so hopefully it doesn't leave me stranded. But I'm willing to take that gamble because this is the only day I can make my Costco run. The Costco run is around close to a 100-mile trip, so I'll be able to see if the gas mileage has improved. But with that being said, this is the first of quite a few more videos with this car to come. So stick with me and let's go on a little trip. Well, first here's the control arm replacement.
Alright, we're going to be throwing a set of these Delphi control arms on, at least until I figure out what lift kit I'm going to run. I've used their stuff plenty of times in the past, and it's always been quality. Here's a close-up shot of just how much movement there is in these bushings, or lack of bushings. Alright, let's get these things replaced so we can see how messed up the alignment is. The passenger side is pretty easy to replace. The driver's side, however, is kind of a pain in the ass. You have to remove the steering column or steering shaft between the column and the rack to get access to one of the bolts, and it's not terrible, but it's not fun either. I would advise you to lock your steering wheel when you do this so you don't break your clock spring. And I would also be mindful to not put any pressure on your ABS sensor while you have your spindle removed. Nothing's worse than finishing a job just to find out you have another job to do. Usually just unplugging it from the stays will give you enough room to where it doesn't have too much tension on it while your spindle is hanging.
Alright, so with the new control arms installed, it's time to do an alignment. And I was fully expecting to have to make some major adjustments, but luckily for me, I just had to adjust the toe. Camber and caster are right where I wanted them. And I'm happy it worked out that way. Less work for me.
Okay, so now that the control arms are replaced, the alignment is done, I can make my Costco run and monitor the fuel economy. And I'm happy to report that on a 108-mile round trip, I was getting about 18.5 miles per gallon, which is light years better than the 13.5 I was getting when I first bought the car. But in addition to the better fuel economy, the steering response and just the way the car drives is improved dramatically. And shout out to BFG for making a really tough tire. Usually if a car's alignment is as bad as mine was, there would be evidence of that on the tires in the form of edge wear and things like that. But these look just fine. Alright, that's it for this episode. I've got a ton of more parts on the way and a bunch of other stuff I'm going to do to this car. If you want to keep up with it, you know what to do. I'll see you guys later.